everybody. This is Grandpa.
And Grandma.
Here in episode 24, Surviving with Grandma and Grandpa. Today, Grandma's going to show you something she's been working on. And let me introduce you to my named pets that we have here. Here's Boomer, Maria, Ralph, and Holly. Those are named after, the dogs are named after our real life pets we had. The cat is named after somebody named that on one of my hardcore episodes. And it's the first probably named cat I've had. So Boomer's always going to be with me now. So what do you want to show them, Grandma?
Okay, well, let's go over here. What I did was I decided to make an automatic wool farm. Now, part of it's already built. I thought I'd just show you how it went together so that it can be done by anybody if they want to try it. Okay, so right now there are 15 workstations done. And we'll explain how this is made. Okay, if you go over here to this chest over here and look in the bottom 3 rows, you'll find some of the things that you're going to need to make your wool farm work. And of course, the victim over here tied up into this fence. We're not going to kill the sheep, we're just going to shear it. So the first thing you need to do is grab the chest out of the box, a couple of the hoppers, and we'll start from there. This last workstation is going to go right here on the end. And as all the other ones, you want to put down, boy, they're noisy, 2 chests connected together. Then into that chest, you put 2 hoppers, 1 into each other. Shift, click the first hopper in, and then click the second hopper into the one that's already there.
Why do you have to squat down?
Because if you don't, the hopper ends up in the, I'll show you. If you just go like this, you activate the hopper to see the contents rather than putting the hopper behind it.
And the same way with the chest. If you're aiming at the chest, if you don't squat when you're putting on the hopper, it just opens the chest.
Okay, the next things that we're going to need. Let me just grab them real quick here. You could use a minecart system with a rail, and the cart goes back and forth continuously to pick up the drops, but this method only activates when there's activity. So I'm going to put a rail on the top of this hopper furthest away from the chest. And then on top of that, I'm going to put a hopper minecart. The reason you do that is because you want this to collect the items. Now, surrounding this, we want to put some dirt. And we can put dirt on the right below, right above the hopper, because that does not affect its function. And then we put dirt all the way around. And we actually can put dirt behind the hopper minecart as well. Okay. Now,
You need a piece of dirt up here to match the other ones. There.
so far you have this. Now, we have to put in an observer and a dispenser. The observer is to be used so that it can tell when the sheep is sheared. And you point the observer toward this piece of dirt right here. If you see this sheep here, right next to where that sheep is, in the next block, that's where you want to put the sheep. So we're going to put the observer like that.
Yep. Oh, okay.
And if you look at the top of the observer, it has a triangle on it. And the triangle has to be in that direction.
Think of that as like you're standing here and that's your vision looking out at an angle. You're going to see that block in front of it.
Okay. And then above the observer, you put a dispenser. The dispenser is going to hold the pair of shears that's going to shear the sheep. Now, in order to get it on there, you need to hold the shift down and then place it.
Make sure you got the face facing this way on the dispenser.
Yeah, the face has got to be toward the sheep, because that hole is where the shears come out. Then we put glass all the way around. And you can put glass. You don't want to put glass behind the dispenser, because that's how you have to access the back of it to put the shears in. The next thing we're going to do is sleep. Be right back. Okay, now in order for the observer to be active and tell the dispenser that it needs to do something, we're going to put a solid block behind it. Dirt won't work because dirt does not conduct electricity. And the electricity is provided by
the observer, which triggers the redstone.
I put an extra chest back here in case we want to store supplies or whatever. It does not affect anything at all. So we're going to finish putting the glass up. And we're going to put a piece of glass not behind the dispenser, but above it, like so. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here comes the hard part. It's called get the sheep up there. So I found that the easiest way to do it is do not have a piece of wheat in your hand, because they tend to want to not pay attention to what you're doing. Oh, and I put a piece of glass on top of the dispenser, but not behind it. Now there's one hole right in front of Grandpa, so you don't want to fall in there. That's where the sheep's got to go. So we're going to put some dirt around it so that the sheep gets coerced into that hole. So I'm going to go get my lead. Actually, the lead is on the sheep. It's easier to get the sheep in there if you pull him in there. If you just have him walk in there without being on a lead, it's difficult. So here we go.
The other way and pull him in the hole. There you go.
And then once you get the sheep in there, then you right click him to get the lead back. And then above that, we put a trapdoor. And the trapdoor must be in the box. Okay, then once you're done with that, you got two more things to do. First being, you have to put a pair of shears in the dispenser. And so then once the sheep eats the grass that's below him, the dispenser will dispense the shears to cut the wool. The wool will go into the minecart hopper, and then we're all done. It does take a minute because it's got to sense that the wool has been cut. And if you notice,
We just saw it happen.
the sheep doesn't have any hair.
No, they have wool.
Correct.
You can see how quick it is. As soon as they eat something, they grow their fur back and the thing clips them off.
Okay, so the next thing you do is we're going to go in the front, and it's very easy to figure out what wool's in what box if you open all the boxes. Well, through experience, I've discovered that it's easier, and I just put that in the wrong place, to label it. And the way I label it is once it's been sheared, open the box, pull a piece of wool out, and then put the wool in front of the sheep. Just like that.
Seems to work.
And now we have 16 varieties of sheep, and you can use it for whatever you want to use it for.
You got one of each color available. Chests will just keep filling up until they're completely full. Works pretty good.
Now, the only color that is more difficult to make is this one, the cyan, because it's not obvious. Cyan is green and blue. All the other colors are pretty obvious from elementary school. Brown is brown, Light green is white and green. Orange, pink, all the various colors. Cyan I had to look up because I didn't remember how that one was done. Now the only other thing that I'm going to do is finish out the building to make it more secure so that we don't have wandering critters coming in here and blowing it up. And then I'm also going to put a roof on it. Anything else you want to add, Grandpa?
That seems to be pretty much what you did.
And then I added a bed to the building because if you're way out here, you don't want to have to run to the storage building.
See, we planted a bunch more trees to harvest. It's kind of cool.
I next went on an adventure to get some mangrove wood and stayed around the basic area, but found a couple things interesting while I was doing it. It was the first time in this playthrough I found any frogs.
Not a froggy. A frog. What you doing? I mean, they can hop pretty high. He's out on the sand, out away from his house a little bit. Oh, there's more back there. Is this where you found them?
Well, where I found them is got a pillar with some lights on it along the ocean.
Just along the ocean, I don't see no pillar.
I found it at 96 20 39.
568, 66, 1999. Whole bunch of them.
566. What's the last number?
1999.
So those are definitely not the frogs I saw.
Here we
Are
go.
those white?
Yeah. Swamp
Yep,
frogs.
so- yep.
Bunch of them over here.
I continued my journeys and came across this.
Brown frog.
A brown one.
Reddish brown.
All I saw were white ones.
This is more jungle, I guess. I don't know what biome is it. It's in the Minecraft River biome.
Interesting. I know you get frogs in the snowy biome.
This isn't snowy. Have a nice day, Mr. Frog. And of course, I got lost on my way home. But then I run into this.
Bamboo jungle, too.
Ew, I hadn't seen any of those yet. Hello. Would either of you like to be my friend? A little shy, are we? I got something good for you. Yeah, I got you some bamboo. What's wrong? Wanna get some bamboo? There you go. Take you for a ride. It was a nice trip going back, except we ran into a very unpleasant surprise. My boat was broken. I drowned with the trident.
Stupid drown about killed me.
Left me and the panda out there floating around. Now it's Operation Recover Panda. Make another raft, not knowing mine's floating around out here. So I get out of the raft, find the other one, and then push the panda into the raft I just made. Now try to get back on the boat myself. Then it's off to find our way back to the base and the villages.
There we are, Grandpa. Oh my goodness, what do we got here? A polar bear. What are you gonna do with a polar bear?
I didn't have the heart to tell her it wasn't a polar bear. I guess you'll find out. Then we arrived back at the base. I'm gonna depart with the panda bear.
You have to pick
So
up.
where's Mr. Panda at?
I'm taking him to the base.
I think Grandma looked up on YouTube what type of polar bear has black on its fur.
I'm gonna go some jungle fence. Oh, you're gonna take him in there?
For now. You're not hurt nobody.
Oh, he's so cute.
Well, you got bamboo over here.
There's a whole bunch of it back in that wooded area.
And Grandma made him a nice little reserve back there. Well, it's time to end the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. Consider subscribing. This is Grandma and Grandpa. We'll see you on the next episode.